All right, welcome to my comparison of New England style IPAs. And you saw my last two videos perhaps, where both of these took on different beers and they both came out on top. Now, so I decided to put them together. I had this go against Hazy Jane from Brewdog, and I had this one go against Maui OMG from Maui Brewing Company. So I decided, since these were the two best ones and they were the most similar, I decided to compare them. What I found, at least if I can remember correctly in the previous videos, is this one was quite smooth like a juice. This one maybe was the same but had a little bit more bitterness to it. We have a clear difference in color between the two, where the one in my left hand is more like a pineapple juice color, and the one in my right hand is maybe more like a mango juice color. They both have flavors of pineapple, mango, passion fruit for this one, and guava for the Voodoo Ranger. Orange and pineapple. They're both hop forward, citrusy forward. They're both rated at 88 on Beer Advocate. Voodoo Ranger is 7.5 and it's delicious. Stone Delicious is 7.2 ABV. And I'm going to try them. I have a sausage here that I'm going to try them with to see which one might go better with this sausage. Now, this sausage is from Mr. Tongo, which I thought was Argentinian. Maybe it is Argentinian, but on the package, I didn't realize it until I started cooking this one. Looked at the package, it said made in the USA. One of the reasons I preferred to get these imported sausages, because most sausages in the USA, bratwurst and Italian sausage and so forth, have added sugar. But this one had no added sugar on the package, so that's why I got that. But even if it isn't actually imported, that's fine because it has no added sugar. Now, I have this one. My Maui is marked with a tape on the bottom of the glass. So I'll mix them up and get to drinking with my eyes closed. Have you been keeping track? Because I lost track. I'm doing my best not to pay attention to what I'm doing. I can smell the citrusiness from both of these. Yeah, it smells like some kind of fruit punch. It smells like fruit punch. It's very smooth. It has a lot of tropical fruit flavors. And so, pineapple. Maybe some lemonish, because it's a little bit tangy. So it might have some lemonish flavors in there. This one lacks that tanginess that this one did. So I am suspecting this is Voodoo Ranger, because one thing that struck me about Voodoo Ranger was it was a smooth. It didn't have a lot of strong flavors to it. Everything was kind of balanced and easy and drinkable. Whereas this one, I think, has just a tad bit of bitterness to it. Oh, but now it tastes the same. Now I can taste the difference when I chase this one with this. Then I can taste the bitterness of this one. But when I chase this one with this one seems just as bitter. So there's some bitterness lingering over when I taste this one. I'm guessing this Voodoo Ranger, and I'm guessing this is Stone Delicious. So I'm gonna open my eyes, and I think I was right. This one appears to be lighter in color. Now let me take a bite of sausage here. I got this sausage with mustard, Dijon mustard, and onions. Now, in Germany, as you know, beer and sausage is a good pairing. But those are lagers or bocks or other styles of wheat beers. These are citrusy IPAs, and this isn't a German sausage. It's not a brat or a knockwurst or any of that stuff. This is a chorizo. I wouldn't say it's a good pairing. It's kind of odd to have this sausage, which I got the spicy version, and it's not spicy. Probably get more spice from the Dijon mustard. But I got the Dijon mustard and I got onions. And this claimed spicy sausage, and followed up with this tropical punch is it's okay, but it's not like a bratwurst following up with a German Helles. It's a pretty good sausage. Since this one had more bitterness, I think this one pairs better with this sausage than the Voodoo Ranger. Yeah, the Voodoo Ranger, when I chased that, it was weak and watery in comparison. It's good sausage. Especially with mustard. Now it's interesting because when I chased this one with that before, the first time, I said that this one had the same bitterness as this one, but after doing the sausage and drinking this and then that one, this one tasted weak. Interesting. They got some good mustard flavor in that bite. And I'm thinking still that this doesn't really complement that mustard flavor. And this one did feel stronger, more bitter. I'm going to do this once more. And I'm going to do it with this one. Because 2 times now I've taken a bite of this, chased it with that, and wasn't impressed. Now I'm tasting some spice, just a tad bit of heat. Could be from the heat, whatever heat they put in that sausage. It's a chorizo, spicy version according to the package. That is okay. Now I'm still feeling some heat, even though it's mild. So I guess when you have some heat, this might be a better option because it doesn't have that tanginess, maybe that acidic feel to it. Generally speaking, when something is acidic, it has some tanginess to it, like lemons are acidic, so they have that bite, that tanginess. Sparkling water, you're adding carbonic acid to it. Well, you're not. If you're carbonating your water, you have one of those machines or you buy it. Carbonated water is more acidic than normal water. It's got a tanginess to it, a bite, even when it's flavorless. So I would say that this one is more acidic than this. And to counteract the heat, even though this is mild heat with the sausage, this is better. But I think flavor-wise, this one complements it better because this is more bitter and a bit stronger for the sausage in terms of flavor. But in terms of heat, then this one counteracts it. So I have a little bit of sausage left. I could eat this in one bite, but I'm not going to because I don't like getting that much food in my mouth at one time unless I'm really hungry, and I'm not. So there wasn't much heat in that, but maybe the heat will come on. I'll sit here for a second. Yeah, I'm going to start to feel some heat now. So now we'll take this. Yeah, it was good. So one more bite here. Yeah, I'm still going with this as far as flavor goes. As far as these two beers go side by side, I believe that I would prefer this one over this one. So here's a good look at the cans up close so you can see what I'm drinking. I'll give the win to this one, and it also goes better with sausage. However, if you're gonna pair this, either of these two beers with something really hot and spicy, maybe this might be a better choice because it's milder, maybe less acidic. It's interesting, the amount of acid or base of a substance can be measured on the pH scale. pH means per hydrogen. And it is a measure of how the molecules in there interact with hydrogen. I don't know. I'm not a chemist, I'm a physicist, but I've never really looked into pH too much. So, but I do know from experience that typically things that are acidic and have a low pH, so neutral is 7, and anything below 7 is more acidic till you get down to 0, very acidic, and then on the alkali scale, 7 and up is more alkali. So, for instance, bleach is not an acid, it's an alkali. So you could use that to counteract an acid. I know that I have a swimming pool, and I'll put in some chlorine, which is an alkali. And I get the water tested. If I have too much in there, they'll suggest that I add some hydrochloric acid, which will lower the pH, because when you add the chlorine, that's going to raise the pH. And there's an ideal range for pH. Now, as far as how that feels on your tongue, it's tanginess, or it's bite. Although I'm not really familiar too much with something with a high pH level and how that tastes in comparison. I know that sometimes people who make tomato sauce and salsa that are made with tomatoes, they add sugar to it. I said, why are you adding sugar to that? You don't need sugar in there. And they said, well, because it cuts the acid. Really? Well, how does it cut the acid? First of all, tomatoes have the same pH level as bananas. Did you know that? Bananas and tomatoes are similar. They are below 7 slightly, which means they're more acidic. But sugar is neutral. It's 7. So you're not really cutting the acid much by adding sugar. If you want to really cut the acid, you should add an alkaline, whatever that might be. But I say don't add sugar, because tomatoes, when they're tangy, that gives it a nice flavor. A nice tangy salsa or a tangy tomato sauce without any sugar is how you want it, in my opinion. Well, this is supposed to be about beer, and here I am talking about tomatoes and tomato sauces and salsas. So, thanks for watching, as always.